Hello. So, I'm gonna do a makeup look. And I'm going to take off my makeup. I've got my red wine. Different, I haven't had that one before. So, I don't know, I'm gonna use a burnt look. I think I like to sometimes just have fun with just a little bit of latex. So, step one, with my Mehron liquid latex, which is getting pretty old. It's time to get some new stuff. Sponges, just these like little, it's not so zoomed in, it's a little intense. So, all I'm gonna do is in my little thing, I'm gonna put some latex. Boop. She's getting thick these days. Okay. And then I'm actually going to apply it to the side of my face. You know, I'm just going to go haywire. Let's go down the neck. So. Okay. I just want to layer it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a mess with my latex. And my coffee grounds, which I just got. I think it's espresso or something. I don't know. I don't really like it, so it's now this. So I'm going to do that. Once it's like layered, maybe not have hair in your latex. That'll look good. So I'm going to take more of my little spongy. We're going to get messy here. And I'm going to dab it over. More. And now I'm just going to go over it with more latex, and I'm just kind of almost like, I feel like this is like cool, but you're also going to get it in your eyeballs. Oh, don't get the hair in there. I smell delicious. I smell like a baked coffee cake. So now, in my little nook here, I'm going to take a hair dryer. I'm just going to dry it. I got my little handy dandy plug right next to me. Okay, so that's kind of how it looks. Tight. She's tight, but now I'm going to take some tweezers. Let's move my camera a little bit over this way. It's so thick. Oh, this is interesting. You know, let's get some skin flaps happening. I feel like my fingers are better. I'm just kind of, you know, I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing, but it just looks like my skin has been gross. So thick. I've never actually put this much latex on my face. So I have multiple palettes. I feel like underneath these little holes, I would have like a pinky reddy kind of, you know, I don't know, I never really got burnt this bad. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the pink. So I'm going to take another one of these sponges. But I'm just going to tear it because I want some red color. So I'm just for texture pulling out. I just want to use up these things. Like, it, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it's so freaking flaky. So I'm just going to go with a deeper, I don't know, I'll show you. But like this right here, I'm just going to dab it so I can have a little bit of, ooh, soreness around the edges of my wound, you know. Ooh, see, that's almost too much. So what I'm going to do, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'll show you. So it's like Mover glazing gel, Skin Illustrator. And I'm just going to take Q-tip. I'm just going to dip it in. And I'm just going to go up here and just try to kind of lighten it a bit. Use a cotton ball. And I'm just going to kind of dab it out so it's not so crazy. Because, you know, it's for some reason, and it may be because my brush was dirty, but it's yellow. But I'm just going to dab inside my little marks, just to kind of, like, you know, less, I don't know what it's doing. Making it a little more translucent and wet looking. Okay. So, let's get my little swabby swabs. Again, I'm going to continue with the red. So I'm just putting that Mover stuff on. The thing I like too is no harsh lines and just like fade out. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's doing pretty good? So now what I want to do is I'm going to go a little bit darker, I think. So I'm going to take maybe some of the, just to kind of, I think it needs some layering and create some dimension. So I'm going to take off the red bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the red bit. Let's just make sure it's not super in your face. So I'm going to take the purple, dark purple, and I'm just going to kind of start going over that coffee like that, mostly in the middle because I don't know where I was going. You can see I was going around the edges a little bit. Okay, and now I'm gonna go for the black because this is very dark, so I'm gonna dip it in. I'm going to take some of the gray. I'll go in. More black. Okay, so in the little irritated pockets of red, pink, I'm gonna go and add blood because I feel like you have them much. So, it's over here. So I have just like stage blood that I put in little things. So I'm just gonna. Okay, my pump's not working. Something's happening. Oh, here we go. There we go. So I kind of like this stuff. So these are your best friend. Q-tip. So you're just going to take it and I'm just going to put it a little bit in the wounds. They're like, you know, where it kind of broke through the skin. It's gone deep. You know, you don't need a lot in there. Okay. You can use scar wax or anything, but you know, my scar wax is getting kind of old, so it's dried up. And then I get like a little stipple brush without the fuzzy, and I'm just gonna dip my. So I dipped it in the blood, and then I dabbed it on the counter just to kind of not be so heavy because sometimes a little. Blood goes a long way. Ooh, I know what I should do. I should do it like a little bit lower so that like shrapnel and it's not just perfectly on my neck. So, I'm gonna do more. Okay. So, more coffee all over my legs. Okay. So, take your latex, pour it into my dish pan. Dish pan? It's so thick at this point. Oh my god. It comes out like really thick. I don't know if this shit expires, but... Oh, it's been so long since I swore. More wine. Don't judge me. I don't usually drink. They're still fluffies. Okay. Okay. Anywho, why not use the same little gross one? So, I'm just gonna dab it in. I'm gonna go lower, cause like my neck kind of. I do it on my chest. I'm gonna move my palette away. Okay, so that's good, and then, ooh, it's so messy. I feel like you'd want to do it outside. So I'm just gonna dab it, seal it in. You want to seal it in. I don't think I've ever done effects with alcohol in my system, which is probably why I'm chatty. I'm going a little thick here, because why not? This latex will never be able to be used because it's got little beads of coffee in it, so. So, I'm going to take my hairdryer again, because you'd never want to paint with wet latex. It won't work. I'm just going to pull it. I forgot to pull the little skinnies away. Oh, don't pinch yourself. So you see the difference between like something kind of completed? I say kind of just because if you complain about it, you're like, well, it's not done, guys. Okay. So I'm just gonna go inside my little Woonie with the light pink color. What's a good one? You just need, like, honestly, just dollar store brushes. I don't go nuts with these. You just need, you know, so kind of layering it up. I'm going into my little marks, exposures, and I'm putting some pink. So tear off the end. It's a good way to like save stuff. Oh, it's weird to talk and I'll just use the bottom of my face. So I take a little bit more of like the pinky red. I'm just gonna dab it on my counter. And I'm just gonna do around, oh, I don't like this part, the edges. Because it's very irritated. And like, you want to be dirty. So, dirty looking the better. See all the dimensions that's happening? Okay. Because like a burn is not going to be one dimensional. It's not. And I'm going to take some of the black and I'm going to, you don't want to be heavy on the black. Okay. That one's pretty. Okay. Just creating, pulling it off so that it's got some texture in it. I'm going to go a little bit more. There's a little bit of yellow that was on my thing. On my, I don't know how, there we got yellow. So I'm just going to take some of the yellow from the Ben Nye Bruise Palette FX. It says U for Master Bruise. It's very subtle. You wouldn't want to like cake that on because it's pretty bright. Look at this fuzzy on my neck. Okay. So we're done with that palette. So I'm going to take some of my blood and I'm going to put it a little bit in the wound. Then my little stipple brush. Not too much. And I'm just going to stipple on the darker bits. If you have too much, just keep going with it. Like just dab till it's kind of gone. I'm wearing my tie-dye shirt that if I got blood on it, then that's not too bad. You can even go up. Like what I suggest if you're going to a party to have a little bit of blood to reapply so it looks like, like I don't know. Looks gross when it's shiny and wet. So, there's that. So that's fun. And now so yes, I'm going to take my Bruise palette and I'm going to start the corner of my eye and I'm going to use my natural line here. I can see because I've took off my makeup, and so I'm taking a Q-tip and some blue and I'm just going to dab it on my eye, and then I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to smudge it so that it's very subtle. I'm just layering it up, building it up. Does it make sense? What's happening here? So for pictures, I like to maybe put some powder on my face. What do you think I should do? So I got a black eye. Kind of. It's probably not the best black eye, but I want it to be kind of subtle. Let's put some, actually I'll put some yellow. Let's do a little bit of like, oh, my camera's gonna die. Okay, let me do some blood. I'm just gonna, in my nose. Just a little blood on my nose. Just. And that's it. I don't know. I just added that. Maybe that's bad? Is that bad? But thank you. Thank you so much for watching, and I probably won't upload this, but it's my first time kind of recording myself doing this, and thank you. I don't know what else to say. This is the final look. I'll have some pictures up, and that's actually camera die-in, worked out well. So, cool. This is my, yeah. Thank you. Bye. Just pull it. But you can spray stuff. But it's weird. It's really strange to look at it. Pulled off my face. But you just pull it off. That's it. I think I might be used to it too because I have no hair on my face anymore. For doing this so much. This is never how you should remove your makeup. Okay, peace. I think. Bye.